Jai Shri Krishna to all. Welcome to Freedom from Pains and Miseries series. Today is our series number 9, and the title for today's program is Free Yourself from Bondage of Karmas. We'll be working on verse 47, chapter 47, 48, and 50, which focuses more on the Karma Yoga. And here our Karma Yogi, Swami Hariharji Maharaj. Pranam. With his inspiration, guidance, and blessings, we're all here to deliver Lord Krishna's message. So pranam to Lord Krishna for guiding us on this path. I'm Satya Kalra, your host and founder of Path to Anandam, and with Lord Krishna's blessings, with many saints' blessings, with guidance. Whatever you see on this page is all his blessings, their blessings. All the books you see it, all the here the CDs, the whatever you see it. Thank you very much for choosing me. So mission of our study group, Path to Anandam Gita series, is only one, which we all have. To bring the awareness of timeless wisdom and practice the teachings of Bhagavad Gita in daily life. Not just the studying but studying is very, very important. Understanding is very, very important, which is we call Gyan Yoga. But unless we practice it, the actual Gyan cannot be experienced. So the purpose, the goal, the mission here is to enhance the quality in every area of our life, because that's what Gita teaches us. Find solutions to daily problems through righteous action, through our dharma, and live righteously, and ultimately attain the purpose of our life. But during that, we also experience the healthy, happy, and peaceful life. And realize our true nature, who we are. We are Satchit Ananda. So through the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, we self-transform ourselves, and self-improvement, daily life, self-improvement by learning through life's challenges and journey within, outside and inside. So Gita is an answer to all those seeking enlightenment on the various problems of life. That's what Hariharji Maharaj always said. And focuses on the 108 mantras which are taken from my question and God's answer, which is the complete Bhagavad Gita with 700 verses. And during this program today, we will discuss what is the art of work, what is my prescribed duty, how can I fulfill this my prescribed duty, and what are the benefits am I going to receive out of it, and then do's and don'ts, and then our favorite sankalpa. Every time we have one sankalpa. So today our sankalpa will be I'm free from my karmas. And tip of the day, action and practice and meditation. And then question and answers. So our prayers as being a Arjuna of today. So we do not become zero, but we are always hero in our life. So we surrender, give our reins in the hands of Lord Krishna and pray to him that please take us on his chariot and guide us. So my humble request, surrender to Lord Krishna. Karpanye dosho pehte swabhava paschami tvam dharma sammudi cheta yachrasyani nishchitam bruhitan me Shishyasteyam chadimam tvam prapanyam. Shishyasteyam chadimam tvam prapanyam. My heart is overpowered by the weakness of pity. I have lost all of my composure and my mind is confused about my duty, what to do, what not to do. I am requesting you to tell me what is definitely good for me. Not what am I asking, what is good for me? Please tell me that. I am your disciple and I surrender to you. So please take our fear, our vishad, fear of anything and everything, our confusions, our attachment, worries, and I-ness and myness, my ego and my attachment. And when I run into the situation that I about to give up of my life, and I say, Na jotasiti govindam, just like Arjuna. So take me from that stage where I could say, Karishye vachanam tav, I will do as you advise. So guide me to be aware who I am, where am I? I surrender to you. So Arjuna is a student, and so are we. And Lord Krishna is guiding us through Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita is a step-by-step spiritual instruction manual for operating our lives righteously. It teaches us how to change every action, karma, into selfless action, dharma, fulfill our responsibilities, prescribed duties, dharma, and attain eternal happiness, abundance, peace while living in this world and beyond, which means experience Sat Chit Ananda. And that's again Swami Hariharji Maharaj's guidance and his statement about Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavad Gita is. So again, we are here as a Arjuna at the below, and step by step, we will move forward. Gita. What does it do? It takes us from Vishad. Right here, you can see from Vishad to the beautiful shore of Anandam. So we cross the ocean of this world, this life, to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And Lord Krishna guides us how to convert karma into dharma, our karam into dharma, through karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. And he started his first verse in chapter 2:11, Sankhya Yoga. This is a 2 means chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga means the wisdom, the complete wisdom. And he takes us all the way to chapter 18 to Sarva Dharma Paritajya, 574 verses. And through those verses, he takes us, he guides us what is adharma and what is dharma and how to get there through karma yoga. There are many teachings in Bhagavad Gita, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. And actually chapter 2, what we are discussing, Sankhya yoga, it talks about the Sankhya yoga, about Atma. But actually, this is a summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 2, if you read chapter 2, entire Bhagavad Gita is summarized in that chapter, where it takes you from I will not fight, na jotasyati gobindam, to karishe vachanam tav, I will do as you advise. But is to anandam, through karma yoga, through doing our and recognizing our dharma. And many things have been taken in this, along with these verses from this book, Prosperity Forever. And actually this book was dedicated to Swami Chidanandji Maharaj on his 60th birthday on Gangotri. So pranam to Swami Chidanandji as well, who came in my life and guided me how to operate the life righteously as well. So first advice of Lord Krishna was, Nistrai Guna Bhav Arjun. Arjun, go beyond your gunas. And Arjun got confused. What is he talking about? Then Lord Krishna explained him, though he tried to explain him about Sankhya Yoga, about who he is and his who is his Atma, and he's just an Atma. He's not just the body, so he's not just a Jiva Atma. He's a Jiva with the Atma. That's why he's Jiva Atma. And how to do the righteous action, art of work. So go beyond these miseries. And he takes again very first layer of his ignorance, that he's not the body, but he's the Atma. He has been given this body to perform his dharma. And now, second layer about how he should perform his duty. So he takes him to very first verse, where he says, Karmanya vadika raste, ma phaleshu kadachan, ma karma phalhetu bhurma te sango astva karmani. You have the right to perform your work, but no control or claim to its results. The fruits of work should not be your motive, and you should never be inactive. Now, this verse is the most popular verse of Bhagavad Gita. And actually, many people say that this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. How to live in this world righteously, how to perform our job and not be lazy, not be inactive. But this is the most confused verse, misinterpreted word. And many people, even they don't know anything about it, they just say karmanya vadika raste. Ma phaleshu kadachan. You have no rights on your fruit of action. But actually, they do not understand the last part. So we will go through this verse, that what it really means. Karmanye vadika raste. You have a right to perform your action, your work. What does it mean, work? Here, Lord Krishna means your prescribed duty, the one which you have been assigned based on your aptitude. And then, mafaleshu kadachan. But you have no control or claim to its results. Many factors, as past karma, present efforts, no circumstances. What it means, no control or claim to its results. He explains that when we do some action, we think we are the doers. We are the one who did that. And he says, no, there are many other factors. You are not the only one. You might think that this physical body is doing, but there are many other factors. For example, if the farmer plants his crops, he puts the seeds in the ground. So it depends on the seed. If the seed is good, the crop will come, but it's not just with the seed. It has to be watered, it has to be fertilized, it has to be maintained properly. The rain has to be there, the sunlight has to be there. So there are many other factors which control, and more so, destiny, farmer's destiny. And the people who are going to eat that food from that crop is their destiny, whether they are meant to eat that or not. So there are many, many factors. And then he also says, you have no control on it. Farmer has no control on it. He's just performing his work. Like surgeon can do the surgery. He will do best of his efforts. But what happens if the patient does not survive? Is that his fault? He did his best. But when he survived, he gets healed. His surgery is successful. There are many factors. It's his own destiny. Doctor's efforts, concentration. Doctor has to be totally concentrate on it. And then his kismat. So it's all divine play. One is chosen, we are chosen to do that action. And then it says, Ma karma phal hetu bhurma. The fruit of work should not be your motive. What does it mean? If we don't have a motive to get the fruits, why would we do work? Why would I sit here and give the presentation if I don't have a motive to get, or don't have a goal to do it? Why would somebody go to work if he does not get the paycheck? Why would I make the dinner if nobody is going to eat? So we do have a goals. Here he's talking about that we all have a goals. We should have the goals in our life. However, if it is not accomplished, we have to work the best. Our effort have to be the best. But if something goes wrong, if my dinner is not done properly, if the surgeon's surgery went, he did his best, but the patient did not survive, he has no control on it. And since he does not have a control on it, he should not be attached that I'm going to save this patient, I'm going to save this patient. He has no control on it. I'm driving the car, I put all of my best efforts, but if I could not reach to my destination because there is an accident on the road, and I could not make it, or if I miss my plane because due to that my flight is gone, I should have my goal to reach there. But if I don't, I should not be pounding myself, or I should not be pounding the environment, and I should not be so attached to it. Because by being attached to it, that's where we incur a lot of stress. And then we go into Vishad like Arjuna, and we cannot think straight. We cannot make our decisions, what is right and what is wrong. And then he says, Mate sango astva karmani. Many times we think, or many people think, सब कुछ भगवान का है, जो भगवान करेंगे वही होगा. Lord Krishna says, no, you have a responsibility. You must perform your action. I will help those who help themselves. At the same time, here Arjuna wanted to run away from the war because he was so stressed out and he just couldn't think. And he was giving all kind of reasons because he was fearful. And he was giving all the good reasons. Kisi ko marna nahi hai. He did not want to incur the sins. But bottom line was, he was so fearful. Many times when we are fearful, we don't want to take that action. And sometimes we become lazy too. And here Lord Krishna says over again, do not be inactive, do not be lazy. So see in this verse, he used ma, ma, ma. Ma does not mean here mother. Here it means in Sanskrit, no, no, no. So in summary, no control or claim to your results or its results. Not to be motivated just for the results and do the results, but focus on your study. And also he says, never be inactive, must not run away. So no pain, no gain. Must put 100% of our effort, not just even 99.9%. So then the question comes, Lord Krishna here says prescribed duty. What is my prescribed duty? Because we have many responsibilities, many duties toward apne aap ka. We have to take care of ourselves, family members, job, community, nation, world, society. As a youth, adult, parents, siblings, teachers, professionals, doctors, engineers. We have many responsibilities. From morning to night, we have so many duties. But Lord Krishna says, whatever your prescribed duty is, in other words, that's your swadharma. We have our aptitude, we have our swabhava based on our gunas. Arjuna was Kshatriya, so his prime duty, though we have many duties, his prime duty as a Kshatriya was to protect the society, and through that duty, through that dharma, he will do the self-salvation, karma yoga. Similarly, we have many responsibilities. So as a parents, we have a responsibility. As a teacher, as an engineer, as a doctor, as a professional, as an employer, and more toward ourselves, we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to do our karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, whatever suits us, but any action we perform. For example, if I'm driving the car, I have to do know the best of it. So I must know how to drive. But at the same time, I should have a positive attitude, not be so stressed out. Otherwise, I might not drive properly, and who knows, could be an accident because of me, because of my stress. So here, Lord Krishna says how to perform our karma, how to fulfill our duty. And he says, with best of our ability. So if we don't know particular job, whatever my duty is, like as a parent, like when we raised our kids, there were not that much wisdom, knowledge available to us. But nowadays, when new generation have children, they go to workshop, they study how to raise kids. That is called to increase our wisdom, gain the knowledge, how to do my job perfectly. And then also the calm mind. That's where Lord Krishna says here that our mind has to be calm. Stability of mind is very, very important. And he says, Yogasya kuru karmani, sangam tattva dhananjaya, siddhya siddhya samay bhutva, samatva yog uchyate. O Arjun, do your duty with best of your ability, with your mind attached to God. Many times Lord Krishna has guided us, attach your mind to me. Why? When we attach our mind to him, means we are not thinking about stress. एक तलवार में दो म्यान तो आएंगी नहीं, भगवान या काम या चिंता. That's why I have one of my book, it says chinta to achinta via chintan. Via chintan means live in the consciousness of supreme power. And abandon the selfish attachment and be calm in both success and failure. Such equanimity of mind is called yoga. So many messages in this verse. What is true yoga? Not just the physical exercise, but when we go beyond success and failure without and do actions without attachment, when we are equanimous. Equanimous means when we have a samta, when we are not affected. Although, easy said than done. When something goes wrong, we do feel it, we do react to it, action, reaction. So we do get upset if something goes in different direction than what we want, or if we have taken some mission on project and the project did not go properly, then we do get upset. And then the next one is art of work. What is art of work? Lord Krishna again explains here. Buddhi yukto jahatiye, ubhe sukra dushkrata. Tasmad yoga yugas yoga karmesu koshlam. He says that the person who is engaged in selfless service with equanimity. See, now once this equanimity, we have also heard this samta before. Samay kratva, prior to the sukha dukkha. Here again, now taking us further, and he's guiding Arjuna and basically guiding us that we should live in samta. We should develop equanimity. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. And we should not be moving like a pendulum. With the khushi, we are up. With the gum, we are down. He says, no, be the center of the taraju, the scale, that bar. And that's what he means here. And he says, again, the person who is engaged in selfless service with equanimity liberated himself from the vice and virtues in his lifetime. Means when we are upset, sometimes we are angry, we are upset. And that's what is called the vices. Here he says, Ubbe Sukra Dushkrata. Sukra Dushkrata means we should develop our divine qualities, virtues in this lifetime, become more forgiving, becoming more calm. Again, here comes the calmness again. So working to the best of one's ability. Again, he repeats it here. Without becoming attached to the fruit of work is called karma yoga. So now he's taking him. See, Lord Krishna initially told Arjuna, very first one, Nistray Guna Bhav Arjuna, very first, I would say, order, Adesh. And now he's telling him, guiding him to do the karma yoga because that is the best. And then he also tells him later on, Yogi Bhav Arjuna. Now he's taking him as a Kshatriya, how you can become the yogi. So the basic ingredients of karma yoga or art of work or converting karma into dharma or doing our prescribed duty are summarized. That very first one we talked about, focus on work, not just on the fruit of work, not just what is for me. Karmanyavadika raste. This always reminds me when first day I went to the university and the professor said, that was the MBA class, and professor said, what is for me? Always focus on that. What am I going to get out of it? And I said, we are not trained that way. Being a female from India, sabki seva karo, offer all of your services to others, take care of everybody, and then you come in the picture. And here, Lord Krishna again re-emphasized that whatever traditionally we are taught in our culture, we should not focus on what is for me, but we should not focus on the fruit of action. In other words, we should do the selfless service, as I always say, neki kar kuein mein dal. And then it must be beneficiary for all, not just for me and my family and my nation and my religion, but it should be good for the whole humanity. That is the yoga karmesu koshalam. That is the true yoga. And then we should learn know-how and do the best efforts. And I always remember this story from Ammaji, that how it was such a beautiful story, and I can't resist to speak about it or tell that story, that she mentioned that there was one king who was about to go for a war because the other party, dushman ne akraman kar diya tha. So then he was ready to go for a war, and he went on his horse. In those days, there were horses and weapons, not like a bomb nowadays, nuclear bombs and all that. So when he went in the war, his horse started limping and fell down. And king was killed, and his kingdom was taken by the enemies. And the reason horse fell down, because on the horseshoe, the person who put the nails, one of the nail was small compared to others, because I think he ran out of stock or whatever it was. And due to that small nail, whole kingdom was lost, which proves the point here that 99.999% we do it right, but if we leave 0.001%, that could be the reason for our failures. So we must do the perfect job, do the best of the best. And we put love and compassion to it. Grouchy होके नहीं करना कि हमको dinner बनाना है, हमको यहाँ जाना है, काम करना है. We just do it with love and compassion, because that work is assigned to us by supreme power. And then whatever we do, not for myself, do my best and let it go. Surrender to God. All the actions, surrender to God. I put some examples here. Here, Gandhi ji, Martin Luther King, nowadays, Modi ji, there are so many names. And this is what Swami Vivekananda says, are you unselfish? If you are, you will be perfect without reading a single spiritual or religious book. Pay attention to it. It says, if we are selfish, then that's the cause of our miseries. But if we are selfless, we don't have to do any other practices. And without going to even a single church or temple, we are the perfect human being, because we know how to convert our karma into dharma. And this is how we convert our karma into dharma. And I do have a hashtag on Twitter which says karma dharma. So what are the benefits? The benefits are, by being a karma yogi, we get ultimate freedom from karma. Why? Because then we know what is the karma, what is a karma, and what we should do and what we should not do. But the benefit here is one who works with calm mind and best of his ability, without personal motives and agenda, and for the benefit of others, gets freedom from the bondage of karma, miseries and misfortunes. Thus, he attains everlasting happiness, peace, anandam, satchitananda. So here, I put it in this karma to selfless action. It becomes your dharma. It gives us a self-satisfaction when we perform our duty righteously. And of course, then bhav of surrender comes to us. Then wisdom starts pouring to us, which later on Lord Krishna also explains in chapter 4, verse 39, that in due course of time, by doing our karma, we do get the wisdom, because we are so calm, and we become karma yogi. And karma yogi means freedom from all the bondage, freedom from anger, greed, attachment, I-ness, minus. In other words, we have a freedom from all the bondage of karmas, and ultimately we experience health, happiness, and peace, and know that, get the purpose of our life, experience that who we are. And of course, wherever there is a Lord Krishna and the follower of Bhagavad Gita, they will always attain success, vijay. This is Sanjay's last verse of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra Yogeshra Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdara, Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matit Mama. So the question comes, what is righteous action and what should we do and what should we not do? Awareness is the key to righteous action. And that's where Lord Krishna says, we should know what is the karma, only karma which will give us the bondage. What is a karma which will give us the freedom, like selfless service? And then what is the vikarma, what we should not do any action, forbidden action. So therefore, before taking any action, we must ask ourselves, why am I doing it? Will this help me to reach to the purpose of my life and realize who I am, Satchitananda? Will this action increase my ego, my attachment, my greed, gives me more desires? Am I looking for name and fame? Am I looking for, is this going to give me more calmness, or would it disturb? Would it give me more shanti or ashanti? And if any answer to the above questions are not favorable, in other words, will not take us to the purpose of our life or give us more calmness and peace, then we should not perform, because our life, our destiny is result of our karmas. So our homework is, what is my prescribed duty? And I always say, make a list of it. And then there should be action for that one. And the action is, again, Here we are Arjuna. We should act like Arjuna. We should live in awareness and then do our best and let it go. Like Sarva Dharma Paritajye Mamekam Sharanam Braj. Aham Tvam Sarpapebhyo Moksha Shami Ma Shucha. Abandoned all attachment to duties and totally surrendered to me. That's what Lord Krishna says. This is the last verse of Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Then he promises, I will liberate you from all sins. Do not worry. And again, Satya Sai Baba also says, love all, serve all. Help ever, hurt never. So our sankalpa, which we already took that I am Arjuna, and my sankalpa is to give the rein of my life to Lord Krishna, listen to his advice, follow his advice, and act upon it, and go through this blissful journey to uplift ourselves, go to higher conscious level, and experience true Satchit Ananda, our true nature. So our today's sankalpa is, we will start with the basics. And the basic is, I follow my dharma, whatever my dharma is. And through that, by following dharma, little by little by little, like a turtle, I will experience. And I will go beyond the bondage. But it is a process. It's not a fast track. Like it's not an instant. We have to have a lot of patience for that one. So thank you very much for attending the Free Yourself from Bondage of Karma. Happy, healthy, and peaceful life, Anandam. And now we will move to our next session, meditation. And the mantra for today is, I know my dharma.